Hi, this is Phoenix, and I'm going to read from my book, Visions, Essays on Mental Illness. I'm going to read an excerpt from my essay called Fear of a Violent Death. I hope that you enjoy it. Fear of a Violent Death, the idea and expression comes from Thomas Hobbes. I recently made a video about Thomas Hobbes, if you want to see it on my YouTube channel. But in the meantime, here is my essay. If you like what you hear, you can find my books on my author page at amazon.com/author/Phoenix_rises. I hope that you enjoy. Fear of a Violent Death. I cannot figure out what is wrong. It's one of the worst feelings in the world. I can lay out what's wrong with me right now due to recent events, but that's only indicative of something larger, a symptom of something bigger that is wrong. It is one of my most highly quoted philosophical ideas, but I am indeed, as Thomas Hobbes would say, afraid of a violent death. This has been drilled into me by being forced, literally forced, to go to the hospital against my will and realizing that I am literally at the mercy of external influences. Part of me understands that I have this fear, whether I'm thinking of Alan Turing or Socrates, Jesus Christ or Martin Luther King Jr. And yet part of me doesn't know what to do with this fear. I could learn how to conform, but I don't know what that means. Conform to what? What is it I'm supposed to conform to? I don't understand, but I am aware that if I don't conform, I will die a violent death. There is so much authoritarianism in our culture. It's numbingly real. Just yesterday, I went into a gas station thinking about the philosophical idea that what we put into the world, we get back. I went into the gas station thinking that I was going to put out something good, something positive. I asked the cashier if I could leave my backpack inside the store as I walked outside for some time. I didn't know where I was going, I just knew I needed to leave my backpack in there. It was a feeling. The cashier told me he couldn't do that. Then I got annoyed. I was thinking that this didn't make sense. They want my backpack upon entry because they are so afraid someone is going to walk out with a can of soda, so am I not just doing what they want? Irrationality aside, I have a point that few people will ever appreciate. He confronted me when I walked outside and told me that rules are rules, and I was thinking I really had no idea what this meant. What rules? I didn't see any rules posted that I couldn't leave my backpack in the store. Why was it so important that this checker not let me leave my backpack in the store? Authoritarianism. Wanting to control everything. Wanting to use power to oppress another individual. This happens all the time. I somehow get myself into these scary confrontations because it is my nature to want to explore and test the boundaries of this world. What I often find, though, is straight-up authoritarianism. I see people escalating situations rather than de-escalating situations. I see people creating conflict where there is none. I get frustrated because I feel that people literally cannot think outside of the constraint of this world and their mind, but I can somehow do that. No, that is not a grandiose statement, it's true. It is in fact not grandiose because indeed it actually causes more harm than good. What would seem like a gift actually gets me into trouble. I want to impute my thoughts onto the world. I want to mold the world according to my dreams and desires. But the world is resistant to such a wild notion because my creativity is not allowed. Like the time that I pissed off the checker at a grocery store because I was playing with animals, putting them around the store and creating a kind of zoo. Conformity, that's what I see. But even more than conformity, I see people around me literally unable to entertain the possibilities. Because I can see the possibilities, but only in a limited way, I continue trying to test the possibilities, but with backlash from society, and certainly not their help. I see people telling me what to do, I see people telling me how to behave, telling me what I can and can't do. I wonder if it's possible for human beings, to be free. We are caught in this strange paradox. We need people, and yet people destroy us. We are hardwired to be social, and yet if we are an unintentional outlier, we are discriminated against, stigmatized, marked, and branded. Camus remarks that a man, in order to be free, must free himself from society. It occurred to me today that I don't see how this is even possible. How can we free ourselves from people, except to escape them completely? But how terrible that would be to isolate yourself, to live in loneliness. That would kill us too. I believe we need to free ourselves from society, but as for how, I don't know. Anyway, that's an excerpt from my essay, Fear of a Violent Death, in my essay collection Visions. If you like what you hear, you can find the book on my author page at amazon.com/author/Phoenix_rises. I hope you enjoyed what I read today, and I hope you'll check out my books. This is Phoenix, and thank you.